Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be looking at the Marvel Toybox Thor and Loki 2-pack action figure set from the Disney store. Now, if you don't know where I got this from, I got it at Hong Kong Disneyland. If any of you saw my November 25th HKDL vlog, so if any of you missed that vlog, I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Also, if you don't know what the Toybox figures are, it's a Toyland that's based off the Disney Infinity video game, but it's just the fact that these figures are a bit taller than their Infinity figures and has articulation with some really cool accessories. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. On the front of the box, we have a nice clear view of Thor and Loki looking really awesome, and I really like that blue Avengers background. We have the warning for the younger children, and you can also see a Cantonese translation of it. We have their names on the side. They're number 33 in this Marvel wave. We have the nice Marvel Toybox logo on the left, as well as the Disney Store logo. This is for ages 3 and over. And on one side, we have some beautiful artwork of Thor and Loki based off Disney Infinity. And here are the other sides. On the back, it shows you all the other figures you can get in this Marvel wave, such as the Guardians of the Galaxy 4-pack that comes with Star-Lord, Gamora, Baby Groot, and Rocket. They're number 33 like I mentioned before, and if you buy at Hong Kong Disneyland, it costs 209 Hong Kong dollars with no discount, which is about the same price as what I see on shopdisney.com or at the Disney Store that costs about 27 US dollars. But if you have magic access like me, you can get this Thor and Loki pack at a good discount. And we have some more wordings on the sides, so let's get this open. And here they are, guys, out of the packaging. Now I have to say, I'm really glad that Disney decided to re-release these two characters, and I also really love the details on both of them. And Thor's accessory is his Mjolnir hammer, and Loki comes with his scepter. So let's have a look at Thor first, and then Loki. First up, we're going to be looking at Thor, aka the God of Thunder. So looking at Thor, you can see that he's pretty similar to the Thor that we got back in 2017. But this time, he comes with his helmet, which is really shiny, and I love that silver metallic on it. You can see a little bit of a sparkle here, which I also like. And these tips here are bendy, so you don't have to worry about breaking it. Same at the bottom, but the helmet doesn't come off. But I really like Thor's face expression, which is really determined, and I love the details on his eyes here, especially his eyebrows and beard. The hair is pretty long, which is the same skull as the old Thor, and you can see it kind of bends a little bit. Moving down to the body, it's pretty similar to the old Thor, but it's just the fact that it's yellow instead of blue, and the cape's basically the same, and I really love that shine on these parts here, but the cape does not come off, unfortunately, like the old Thor, which is a bit disappointing. And moving on to the arms, you can see that it's similar to the old Thor, so the left hand is a fist, and the right hand is a holding hand for his Mjolnir hammer. Oh, and one thing to notice, his cape is actually rubbery, so you don't need to worry about breaking it at all, or it won't get in the way when you move him. Moving down to the legs, you can see that it's pretty similar to the older version of Thor, but this time, these tips here are blue instead of gray, and the boots are basically the same, and these parts here are soft material, so you don't need to worry about breaking it, and here's the bottom with some peg holes. Now, let's look at his accessory. The only accessory Thor has is his Mjolnir hammer. So it's basically the same hammer as what we got back in 2017, but it's just the fact that his hammer here is mainly like silver metallic, just like his helmet here. And to put it on, just basically stick it onto his right hand like so, just push it in like that, and then that is how you do it. Now that we finished looking at Thor, we're now going to look at Loki, aka the god of mischief. So looking at this Loki, you can see that he's a repaint of the old Loki that were reviewed back in August 2021. So please check out that video if you haven't already. Now this Loki is loosely based off the Marvel comic books, and I really like that look. So moving on to his face, it's basically the same face expression with the really nice smile and the nice eyebrows, especially the black hair. The helmet is a different color. It's just the fact that it's yellow instead of gold. It still retains that rubbery material, but the helmet doesn't come off. Moving down to the body, you can see it's a whole lot different. It's mainly green and yellow instead of the black and gold. And the cape is the same material that's rubbery. It's just the fact that it's mainly yellow and green. The old one had a green cape and gold on the front. And it's also removable just like the old Loki, which is really good. So we have a peg hole on the back and 2 peg holes on the front. To put the cape back on Loki, just line up this big peg hole here. Then just line up the other 2 on the front. And there you go. Now moving on to the arms, you can see it's the same skull, but it's mainly green and yellow, and the hands are basically the same, and either hand can hold his scepter. And moving down to his waist, you can see that it's yellow, and we have that green yellowish tab here, and it's soft here, so you don't need to worry about breaking it, because when I move the left leg here, it doesn't get in the way and it doesn't break. So the legs is basically green and yellow, and the green is his pants, and the yellow is his boots. And here's the bottom with some peg holes. Now, let's look at his accessory. The accessory that Loki comes with is his scepter, and it's basically the same scepter that I saw with the old Loki. So just put it in either hand like this, and there you go. Looking at the scepter, you can see that it's gold and silver and clear blue. Now that we finished looking at both of the characters and their accessories, we're now going to move on to their articulations. So let's just remove Loki's cape. And now let's look at the head articulations. Thor's head can rotate left to right, but it's really hindered by his hair and his cape, and has very minimal side to side and very little up and down like this. Loki's head can actually rotate all the way around smoothly and has a hinge joint here that makes him go up about this far and down about that far. Both of the arms can rotate all the way around, and they can do the full T pose, just like that. The elbows bend about 90 degrees and a little bit back, and it also rotates. Same for Loki here. Both of their hands can rotate all the way around, and it hinges up and down like this. Both of their waists can rotate all the way around, just like that. Thor's leg articulation is pretty limited. It can kick forward about that far, but not too much back, and you can lift him up about that far, and it's on a ball joint so you could get a good amount of movement here. Loki's leg movement is really smooth, kicks forward about that far, a little bit back, and can do the full split smoothly. Thor's knee bends 45 degrees, which is not too much, and it also rotates. Loki's knee bends 90 degrees, which is even better than Thor's, and it also rotates like his. And then the feet for Thor can move up and down, and that's pretty much it. And it does not rotate for Thor due to the way it's sculpted. Loki's can move up and down, which is normal, and can do the ankle pivot unlike Thor. And that's all the articulation there is on both of them. Well guys, that concludes my review on Thor and Loki, so please subscribe to me if you haven't already. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you would like, and also check out my Instagram and Twitter accounts. I'll leave both the IG and Twitter links in the description below. I definitely recommend these two if any of you missed out on the older Toybox figures like Thor, especially if you're into the new changes, such as Thor's helmet and Loki's new paint job based off the Marvel comics. So, if you want to grab these two, be sure to get them at a Disney store near you, if they still have it, or if you still have one near you. Or, you can just go on shopdisney.com and get those two. And be sure to tell me what you guys think of them if any of you have these two in your hands. So, thank you for watching and we'll see you all next time.